Good morning, my neighbors. I hope you guys are good. Yes, I haven't made a video in a while, so I decided, I'm gonna do this. So today, anyway, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of videos. But this first one, right? I'm just gonna make it like a preliminary review of Moon Knight. It's not not gonna be in depth because I'll do the in-depth one at the end of the series when the series is done. But so far, so I'm just gonna talk about what I feel about it to date. Okay? So first of all, so this review is gonna be a bit weird. Well, not really. Hey, I can do reviews the way I want. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I believe in God. Okay, then let's start with that. So I believe in God. I believe in Jesus and all that stuff. The trailer of Moon Knight, right, was up before I watched it. I thought it was very interesting because seeing that bit about Steven, right, and his insomnia and the voices inside his head and all that stuff. Anybody who's very imaginative, I think, can relate to that. Okay, can relate to that. Now, so a lot of things about Moon Knight felt so relatable to me, right? Because I talk to myself a lot, So, and I believe I'm talking to something inside me, which is God, okay? And so Moon Knight, very relatable for me. Now, here's one thing I don't like about Khonshu. Listen about Khonshu. Khonshu is a douchebag. Okay, Khonshu is a douchebag, bruh. Khonshu is a douchebag. I don't like that he calls Steven a worm. Okay, it's because I'm a nice guy. So I don't like that he's savage. And then now, as you're watching I got so many questions. I've got so many questions. Like, first of all, who owns the body? Do you get it? Steven's body? Who owns it? Where did Mark come from? The first time they spoke, Mark said he serves Khonshu. Where was the deal made that Steven's body was going, like, Mark could come and bunk in there? And did you notice there's probably like a third person in there inside Steven's body? It was probably like, because I think it was in episode 3 or something. In episode 3, when so now they're having that fight. Mark and Steven, wanted to take control and stuff like that. And then at the end, he blacks out, right? And then he wakes up. It's Mark who's in control. And then he finds he's killed some people. And then he's like, Steven, what did you do? And Steven's like, man, I didn't do nothing. But he was holding the gun and everything, you get. So there's a third person. So there's a third person inside the body. It's wild. It's crazy. So that's very confusing. So it's so that whole thing, him having another person living inside his body, it's uncomfortable for me because Khonshu and Mark kind of treat him like he's an outsider in his own body. You get, and they berate him a lot and stuff like that. So it's like, wait a minute, this is just too confusing because I'm used to the harmony inside my body. My mind has a mind of its own, and so I acknowledge it. I always just observe it. If it's showing me something that excites me, I thank it. If it's doing some stuff that I can't understand or whatever, I question it and I sit patiently until I understand what it's doing. You get? Never does my mind speak to me in a harsh way. Yeah. Because I guess it's the personality of my mind is the personality of Jesus, or what I know about Jesus, right? And so, because Jesus is like super duper kind, and super duper polite. He's just pleasant to have living inside you. Okay? Yes, he's just pleasant to have living inside you. So when I watch Moon Knight, I guess it's like I'm seeing it's like I'm watching a parallel. Yes, I'm observing a parallel. I mean, Jesus doesn't give me a suit yet. I was reading the book of Enoch. The book of Enoch, it talks about like when peace takes over all over the earth, right? There's gonna come a time when I think humans are gonna evolve. That's wild. That's probably when I'm gonna receive my Moon Knight suit from Jesus. Nah, Jesus is probably gonna be, from reading a bunch of these scriptures, né? I connect Jesus to the sun now, right? And so instead of being Moon Knight, I'll be Superman. Superman was solar powered, y'all. Anyway, it's wild. But yeah, you get it. So Moon Knight is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And the religious undertones, the rituals and all that stuff. Very interesting, very interesting. The gods of the Marvel universe are crazy. They're crazy. They're insane. Yeah, they're insane. All of them. Because I'm curious. Because even when you think about what, the Eternals, right? Arishem, yo, these to give these, like, they were gonna wipe out the whole civilization of Earth for one of them to be born. So we're like ants to them. Do you get it? It's crazy. So these gods, they are not compassionate. They're not kind. They're not benevolent. Yeah, they're like, these are the gods of chaos. For real. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Because I haven't really seen like pure compassion yet from any of these gods. And I'm just like, y'all I don't like you guys. I prefer Jesus. So yeah, anyway, that's just my thoughts on the thingy. And I'm gonna make a proper one at the end. I'm curious about the hippo. I'm curious about the hippo from episode 4, right? At the end. I'm like, that's crazy. Because what I'm thinking is possibly, the different gods like have different heads with different animals. Yeah, probably now we're going to meet the gods like in their material form, in their forms that we know, probably in episode 5, I think. Then maybe that's where we're going to understand how that world works and what the gods are really in charge of. This is a thing, with when there's like a bunch of gods. It's like, who's in charge of what? Who's the main one? Did you get it? Who's the Most High? So I love that Marvel, the MCU has like taken us out there, right? I am looking forward to seeing who the Almighty is.